Whew, look at my hair. All right, we're just gonna go with it then. What's up, Patreons? It's been a minute since I've done a video here. It's been a minute since I've done much in general on the interwebs. A little bourbon and Pepsi? Yeah, it's not bad. What is going on, man? It's been a little slow. And that's some of that's just a bit me. I've been a little bit tired, and I know I haven't been super active on here. I've had, there's been a few y'all that have left. Obviously you're not even seeing this, but for those y'all stuck around, I appreciate it. It's why I've always set the Patreon up to be like a buy the video thing. And a lot of y'all have like a cutoff anyway for the deal. Anyway, I do it that way so that like if I do, like fuck off and don't make videos, like no one's, you're not getting hurt by that. So yeah, basically what's happened. Try to switch hands here. Sometimes that messes the audio up. You gotta be careful there. So yeah, there's been a little bit of this and that going on. The reason for less videos though is one, I had a few just weren't working out right. I had a couple technical difficulty things going on there, and the videos I was getting up onto YouTube because I wasn't doing a project. I was just trying to do a couple cool riding videos. I thought those would be kind of fun, and that was the thing too. I had an idea for another video, but it was going to involve a bit of riding, and it was kind of like this breakdown, this thing I was going to do. It was a neat concept, but every time I'm doing a riding video, they're getting horrible views, and that's for a couple reasons. One, I think general there's less interest in that than there used to be. Which sucks. I like to do more riding stuff. I think unless you're doing really, really epic things, it's kind of, eh. And then the other thing I think is that, man, so many of those videos are instantly getting that yellow. It's weird. The minute I jump on a bike and start riding it, they're getting the yellow, limited ads bullshit on YouTube. And that always sucks because, like, I really try to make the public versions of these videos as, like, clean as I can get. I mean, they really, really are. Go look at the last one I put up, for instance. Tell me what, I don't even break the law, I don't think, anywhere in the video. Like every time I'm writing, kind of cool, it's in there. And the thing is, sometimes I can get them manually reviewed, sometimes I can't. Like, I mean, I can always request, but I'm saying sometimes it gets approved, sometimes it doesn't. Even when it gets approved, it's like, they're still nerfing that video. They're doing something to it. What I got on my lip here? Oh, we had some pizza, a little Italian pepper there. My wife made some homemade pizzas. Anyway, that's just kind of been, bumming me out. So I was a little burnt out, a little bit of this and that going on. And I kind of just told myself, I'm going to take a little break. I don't really get a vacation. I don't schedule myself a vacation doing this. So I said, without telling anyone, because I don't think anyone cares. I always hate when people are like, cool, I'm going to take a few weeks off or something. Like, I didn't even know if I kind of did. The worst thing is I didn't really like do it full on proper. The whole time I've just felt like I had shit I needed to do and felt guilty for like not doing stuff, because I mean, it might, it fucks up, your income and whatnot when you don't make videos for a while on there. But yeah, it's just been kind of you get burned out sometimes, gotta take a few weeks there, kind of just chill for a minute, kind of reassess. I was also thinking about different projects and things I can do, because that seems to be what I'm going to have to keep doing. The projects, doing stuff like this bike, that's what gets the views. It works with the algorithm. It works with people's interest. It works with sponsors. That's been the other thing too, is like, I think like if you guys ever check out the public version of these videos, there's a lot more sponsorship than there's ever been before. And I got a guy that helps me get these things, and it's really great. But he has to try to sell these ads on what my average video views are getting. And when they're getting like 15,000 views, that's not going to do well. I'm not going to make shit for Google, or YouTube Google ad revenue. I'm not going to make shit for sponsor revenue. It's just like, it's a bad hit all around. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out another project. And so, and that can be difficult too. I think I told you guys, I was thinking about doing this cool thing where I took a TW200 and try to make it some kind of like Grom competitor. And the market's just not really there for those. And, I couldn't really find any dealerships that were willing to like kind of work with that deal. And I get it. It's just not that popular of a bike. And so, sometimes you come up with these cool ideas, and they're good ideas. That was a good one. But then, for whatever reason, they're just not, they just don't work right. So, I've got a few other ideas, for some funny videos, for digging into like another, I don't know. I've got a few different ones. Maybe I'll bounce a few of these off of your heads and see what you guys think. one, I had this idea of taking the FZ07. Right, this is really crazy. There's two different routes for that. Okay, I mean, the bike's like done, right? But one, there's a company in Australia that makes a turbo kit for this thing. And I thought maybe I'll reach out, you know. The worst they'll say is no. Uh, but that could be an interesting, like that would get some views. I think that would be fun. I've never done it. I've never messed with something like that. So that, I think one, I would genuinely enjoy. It'd be fun and it would be really, really wild. And there's definitely be some, I think it would get some interest on the interwebs. The other idea I had also with the FZ07, all right, would be to make it into a kind of like a dual sport. You know, I've told people I really want the T7, but it's not coming for another year. And so I had this funny idea like, okay, what if we, you know, the tires on it are fucked right now. They're really, really like, they're actually like from like 2013 or something. They were the tires that came off the ZX6R build because that tires I had were kind of worn out. And so those were a little bit better, but these are so fucking hard. There's actually still plenty of tread, but they're like you can, they're just hard. This thing spins at like 50 miles an hour when I dump the clutch. God, my hair's funny. It reminds me of like Dwight from The Office. So yeah, that, and then the front's like unbalanced right now. If you let go of the handlebars at speed, they start wobbling like really, like it would go into a full tank slapper. So it's like you have to let go and like let go for a few seconds. One of those like slow builds, but still. But anyway, I had this idea of like maybe throwing knobbies on this thing. And there's a company now that makes a skid plate for this thing. It's like a sub cage thing that like bolts on here and goes underneath, and it's got a legit skid plate. It's like, you know, maybe I could reach out to them. There's even a company or two that makes like spoked like dirt bike rims for this thing. Still a big, like, you know, I think it's a 5.5 inch rear. Yeah. It's like they keep those sizes. Like it's a fucking huge rear wheel. So how funny would that be to like, you know, do that? Maybe throw some like fork gators up here on the front. Probably go with a higher bar, you know, hand guards. Like realistically, it's not going to be that great at off-roading because it's still got shit for ground clearance and it's on 17s, and it's a very steep rake. This forecast. It's a short wheelbase with a very steep things. That front end with a 17, everything. It's an easy front end to wash out. Still though, it would be hilarious. It would get some views, and it would definitely be good at kicking up hilarious like big roosts. Yeah, just some ideas. I don't know. These are both kind of silly ideas, and they both make my practical bike like very unpractical. Even the turbo, which, you know, if tuned correctly, everything, you think, okay, it's still like would be fine, you know. Kind of, the air filter would be under the bike. And I think I wanted those like screens under, like on it, you know. I fucking hate when they do that to bikes. So it would also mean I can't do half of the dumb shit I do with it already, which I shouldn't be doing. I don't know, guys. I'm still just kind of brainstorming different this and that. Also, I've had this idea of possibly just selling both of these bikes. I really like this one, especially. I mean, I like both of them, but I mean, I just built this one, of course. I'd like to not sell it right away, but I did have the idea of maybe like selling both of them and maybe getting that new KTM 690. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be better than that. I mean, they're so different. They're not even really comparable. I mean, they're both big CC Supermotos, but I don't know. I think there'd be interest in that. That's kind of like part of the thinking too, is to always look at like what's fresh, what's new right now. Like when I did the FZ07, it was such a popular bike. It still is. That's the thing too. It sucks. I looked it up. I was like, you know, trying to see what's like one of the best selling bikes, and it's still this bike right here, which is like, well, I can't, you know, that's why I kind of was thinking it'd be funny to like do more projects with it, because that gets interest and it helps, you know, grow the channel. But, you know, I've already done like my main stuff to this thing. I mean, I could still go back and do some more practical stuff too. I could do some suspension stuff, which would be really good. Regardless, whether I do a crazy dirt build to it or not, I need to do the tires here on it soon. I just need to square what I'm going to do, or if I'm going to sell them. I mean, you know. But the other crazy thing that's been going on, the thing that's been kind of like this next thing I'm going to tell you about, we started talking about this right when I was like feeling a little burnt out, which is one of the reasons I kind of took a break and been talking to this company. Basically, the company has reached out to me, a local industry company, and there's been talks about me going to work for them. Now, this could be good because it's they would basically want me to do media stuff for them, you know, like, you know, gear review stuff, bike review stuff, wrenching on bike. A lot of stuff that I would, some of the stuff I'm already kind of doing, some stuff I would be happy to get into, but I'd be doing it for them, for their media to use to help promote and sell their products, which is a massive company. So there's ideas and shit to do for days, and it's like a better like long-term thing to do, I think. So that's good going for me there, but it'd also be me commuting to a place and working somewhere else, and it'd be really hard to keep this rolling while doing that. So, I've been talking back and forth with them. It is worth entertaining, the idea. I do got a family. I got to think a little more long term, so it's a good thing to think about. So, I threw them a number, and they're kind of trying to, like I was trying to get like a for sure, like, are we going to do this or not? We had a couple talks, and they did the thing that I hate the most, when you wanted to you're like, look, whether it's yes or no, I need to like find out. And today I found out I need a few weeks, basically, kind of thing, to try to work this out with the budget and this and that. I guess I asked for more money than they wanted to pay. But I gave them the number. I gave them the number that they would have to pay me to like go and do that. It would be a huge like move for me, I suppose. It would be good. There's definitely some things that would suck about it. Like I said, right now I'm like my own boss. I get to, do my own thing when I want. I get to, reach out to who I want to reach out to and try to do whatever projects I want to do. But then at the same time, like I said, this like vacation I just had, it never really felt like a fucking vacation. It just felt like, I should have been working the whole time. I don't really have, I don't get to come home and be like, I'm done working. I'm not complaining. I love what I do. I'm just saying that, it could be good for it. It might be a good thing to do. And, I think for sure it's, I think there's better, long-term horizons for that. You know what I'm saying? So, it still could happen. And, even if it doesn't, we'll probably work together on some other projects. Just as, I am. Oh, also during this whole kind of time where I felt a little burnt out and everything, I was drinking White Claw. And so I started drinking bourbon again. So, that's a good thing. I don't know what I think, the memes, they got to me. And then, but anyways, yeah, but, I was going to say, if I did end up taking that job, like I said, this Jake the Garden Snake, unfortunately, it's been, far and in between the last few weeks anyway, but it would really get scarce. And, the one good thing is you use Patreons. If I stop making stuff, you would still be in the Discord. You'd still be, if I'm not putting something out to charge you, you can still chill and hang out. We can bullshit around, and the Discord's fun. Y'all need to get in there if you're not in the Discord. Otherwise, it's already 13 minutes. Holy shit. All right. I think I've said everything I need to say. My hair is ridiculous looking right now. What is this? Is there anything else I need to tell y'all about? Getting a vasectomy soon. No one gives a shit about that. Got enough kids. Yeah. That's that. All right, y'all. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being Patreons. I'll try to be a little more active on here. I should at least let y'all know I was chilling for a little bit there. But, yeah, sometimes you gotta do that, man. All right, y'all take care.